Alright guys, hello everyone, welcome to another stream. As usual on Tuesdays, we'll have two title Tuesdays on the roster. The early one starts in about 9 minutes. And yeah, I'm as ready as I can be, I suppose. And hopefully it will be instructive and productive. And hello to Ingo and Smart Sky. Hope you are doing well, guys. My rating's been quite low ever since I played that Arena Kings and quit no increment chess. So yeah, hopefully it will get better. Now it's 3+1. We see that this title Tuesday is one of the strongest ones rating wise. Hikaru, Magnus Carlsen, Constant Witch, Leon Beast, all of them are playing. Like, this has become the new reality of Title Tuesdays. Ever since the Titled Cup introduction, all of the top GMs are playing as much as possible. And yeah, I'm probably around seed 100. Buon pomeriggio, maestro, come stai? Buon pomeriggio. Sono okay. Ingo says, can you ever be ready for Super Candidate Masters? I mean, I think in a recent podcast there's some interview. I think Fabiano Caruana said his opinion is that he's playing an average of 2 cheaters on Title Tuesday. If I'm not mistaken. Hi there, Zrakaya. You like this not playing without increment announcement on your profile? Yeah, I mean, that's not for me. I quitted that. There are way more instructive things and better things to do, both for the audience and for myself. For example, the Champions Chester is starting tomorrow. Time to take down Magnus. I've never played him on stream. It would be a nice change to play him on stream. Chess Maximus, hey there. Now that's a heavy lineup. On every title Tuesday these days, it's a heavy lineup. And there hasn't been a single one in 2024 which has been, I won't say easy, but fairly easy. Okay, I suppose let's start with a puzzle rush. Because we have 6 or 7 more minutes. So to warm up a bit, let's solve some puzzles quickly, because I'll have to play quickly too. No wait, that was wrong. Okay, considering I failed puzzle number 6, this is not going to be a great day, probably. Still, you have free possibilities, free strikes, as they say. Wait, what's the move here? Just king h2. Either the puzzles are getting harder every day, or I'm getting worse every day. It's one of the two. Yeah, it's not so important that I get some high score, just to warm up a bit. And I'll get back to the chat in a moment. Actually, not really in a moment, it's more like in a minute. Can't do that, I have to go here. Some puzzles are so easy and others extremely hard. I don't see what other king d6 if I go here. So I just don't see it. This will probably not be a good day. Can I go here? No, not quite. Is it mate if I take here? It's mate. Yeah, I think it's this. Let's see, at the start the queen was hanging, so I suppose here. I guess king h1 was right for some reason. But whatever. Yeah, I mean, taking the queen actually doesn't work here, so that's my own fault. Oh, okay, if he goes here, then it's queen b8, which I saw, and here, then it's queen f4, that's why then I go queen f8. And the last one, I guess king h1. I'm not sure why this doesn't work though. Can ask the engine. The engine's always smarter. Okay, check. I saw queen a8. And I'm just nothing new. By the way, now I can increase the camera a bit. Many people we can beat for some street credibility. Yeah, full gangster today. Right. If we can make it through the Super National Masters, Super Candidate Masters, and Super FM's Master in the first round, then we have a chance. Yeah, I think that most people who cheat in Title Tuesday cheat in the first 3 or 4 rounds, because I mean, later they would get asked on a Zoom call, or if they don't, they would play against their own strength. So when they make a stance. That's why rounds 1, 2, 3 are like, if you will have some super GM complaining about a Title Tuesday game, it will be a game in round 1, 2, 3. No. Thank you, but calculation speed and how I played this was quite horrible. I didn't see many things. Big Vlad also joining. Yeah. And greetings to Zavalyanats. Vlad is ready for another Cheating Tuesday. Okay. Definitely pay attention to his channel. We're all ready for another Cheating Tuesday. Hello to Rolonis. Yeah, good luck and no tilting. Depends on depends on who or what I'm going to play against. Okay. I like this quite a lot. I have to go emotes only, but the fact that I'm playing against an international master in round 1 is definitely a welcome sight. It's not a candidate master. Okay, let's go for the King's Indian, I suppose. The Zamish castles. Ah, I will stick with a6 knight c6 line. There are many lines possible here. This is only one of them. Let's start with bishop d7 here. Then there is e5. There is also b5. But h5 is probably the wisest here, because I don't really want to allow him to go bishop h6 and h5. So he goes g4, trying to open things up. I can take it, which is probably reasonable, but I think that reacting with the center in the center with e5 also makes a lot of sense. Because the problem is, after takes, I can't take with this because I'll hang my bishop, but if I take with the knight, then at least my knight is closer to the center. Okay, so my opponent plays bishop g5, trying to go for knight d5 here. Somehow don't believe in it at first, but I need to prove why. So c6, takes. Yeah, but my knight stays on d4. gh5 is also what he could be thinking about after knight d4, but I still think I have to play it. So gh is more likely to be played than knight d5. And yeah, now, I mean, I can play some queen e8 move or something like that. Try to threaten knight h5 and get away from the pin. I'm slightly worried about bishop f6 and knight d5. These lines are always so difficult to face in blitz because your opponent wants to checkmate you at all costs. Should be 6h6. Yeah, I think I have to go for this anyway, even though I don't really like it because of bishop f6. But anyway, we will see. I'm not a big expert in this a6 knight c6 line, but I don't really want to play your main things entitled Tuesdays usually. Okay, h6. I'm happy to see, because this pawn could actually be a shield for my king. You can imagine some position like this knight d5, bishop d8, h5, then I can go either g5 or even king h8 takes, and then this pawn actually covers my king. For white, it would be much better if it was gone. So I think my opponent was supposed to either take on f6 first or take on g6. And that would be a better option. And yeah, my position was probably not that great. Now I like it way more. Knight h5 is probably my next move if he doesn't do anything. So that's why he made his last move. Take with the knight. King takes was dangerous, even though maybe also playable. Okay, knight d5. The threat is very obvious. Don't really care about the rook that much. I more care about knight e7 stuff. So I can protect with knight e6, but I can also play f6, I think. Knight e7, I don't care. I go queen d8. Bishop h6. Okay, I have also a problem with my time management. And what else is new? Yeah, bishop h6. Now there are moves like bishop a4 too, which I will kind of like, because b3 I can take with the bishop. You can take this, but then my queen comes into attack and the rooks are connected. And bishop f8 is also possible, then I will probably take with the knight. I can take d1 too, I'm not sure. This is hanging. He can play a move like this, but then I go rook f7, then this is also defended. Or I'm not sure if that's the best, but it's surely a move. Okay, let's try it. Good thing now he can't go here either because of this. He can go here. This is probably the best option. Okay, this I really hate for black for white, because now it seems that this is very solid and it's way harder to attack. Could be wrong though, but I don't think I am. Now it's my turn to attack somehow with b5, bc4, rook b8, etc. And also, I'm somehow up on the clock. I have no idea why or how it happened, but I will not complain. Okay, now it's my turn to attack stuff. B3 is still never possible because it takes. These squares are all covered, so bishop h3 did not really make that much sense, I think. I mean, he has to develop the pieces, but could have also gone queen c6 maybe. Like I forgot that this is no longer a threat. Now I can go queen c6, for example. I can also take and then go b4. Kind of like this better. Not to overthink it. Okay, how to proceed? Let's go b4. You can't burn too much time. I'll try to just now exchange some pieces and claim I'm tons of material up. I'm protecting this and then I want to take into c6. Oh. No, knight before is not possible anymore. That was the idea. Okay, this. It will be some scramble now. I played this really badly. Unbelievable. I might lose round 1. In such a horrible way. Yeah, as disgusting as it was to lose winning positions, what can you do? I had to use the dirty tricks to save the game, but whatever. I mean, that was so winning for me. Later on, it's really, really disgusting. Yeah, queen 8 was best. King h7. Then worse here. I don't believe that that works. I completely misevaluated the position itself. Later I was a full piece up. And why didn't I take with the knight? That's like, I mean, it probably would have gone to the same thing. And yeah, the way I played this now, that was just awful. Missing queen e3 and stuff. I mean, I don't care. If you get rid of round 1, it's the round 1 is almost impossible to win at this point, to me at least. Last week, I'm sure you remember how it went with me losing round 1 and then 9 out of 10. This was similar. I didn't even understand why it was so good for white, but it was, and then it was good for me. And then the stalemate, only due to a stalemate trick, I didn't lose the game. What can I say? Why can't I play a super jam in round 1? That would be so much easier. By the way, how did Vlad do? Gotta be 2500 blitz. We can try that. We can try that. Like sandbag my way, lose several hundred rating points. Yeah, you see that in round one, people are struggling the most. Black did win rook against knight. Wow. I've never managed to do that. Round 2. Emotes only. Again an international master. Never heard of the player. I forgot how funny these things are in rounds 1 and 2. Okay, let's go d5. Prepare for the Benko. He goes for the Czech Benoni instead. That we have seen once or twice on the stream. I was always white. No, once I was black against Indrich. Then I also played the Fincato system. Okay, I'll play a4 here. It's not the only move, but let's stop b5. If he was to play for b5 now, he would need to reroute the knight all the way there. I'm not sure, should I play for f4 or b4, but okay, let's bring the knight to d3. That's almost always the most useful square, supporting both breaks. My opponent can't play f5, then we'll go knight d3, trying to go f4 and open things up. We'll see how it goes. So there's always a spatial advantage for white in all of these lines, but black has no real weaknesses and the positions are relatively solid. Not much to say about the position. Okay, h6. I'll put my knight where I intended to put it. And now I need to figure out a plan. Should I play b3, bishop b2? Because the bishop, after opening things up, will surely be better placed on the long diagonal than on e3. But I can go here, queen d2, king h7, then f4 also. I'm not 100% sure which one is better. My opponent's going to play knight c7, probably. And b5. And I'll go here, attack the pawn, king h7. Now, if I go a5, b5 takes, knight takes b3, it's probably better. Let's do that. Or rook b6, of course, but this is well defended. And yeah, now I guess I'll continue with my plan. Knight, I can take, I can play e5. Okay, he takes, so probably gf. It's how you always want to recapture if you can, supporting e5 and stuff. Because then c5 also hangs. This one I can also take, because if rook takes, there's bishop e4 and all kinds of interesting things are happening. But here I think e5 is best, honestly, because after takes, there's this with 96, and I can also take here first, which is maybe even better, because wait, knight takes, and then c4 hangs. Okay, I can take with the knight, but okay, I'll stick with the original idea of taking on c5. If takes here, there is rook takes, there is also bishop f2, for example, because I don't really mind this. I think my pawns are much more dangerous. But what if I take g5, rook f1, f4, weakens the king a bit further? They allow some bishop b5 and knight h4s and queen h4s. Okay, let's take it anyway. I again burned like half a minute just talking about the moves. Goes there. Now the stuff is defended, so that's in my favor. Can I go 96? No, not quite. Need some simple move. Rook d1 seems relatively simple with d6. No, but yeah, okay. I'm just playing badly. I just didn't see g5. Now my position is bad. Probably it's bad, even though it remains relatively unclear. That allowed him so much counterplay for no reason. If we can get in d6, d7, then it's good, but I'm blundering everywhere today. Very wild stuff on the board. We don't know whose king is worse, probably mine, but also I have stronger pawns. Knight g4 is a move, surely. Can take it and go d6, or maybe I can do something else too. Okay, I think that knight's too strong to be left alive. Now if I take the rook, then yeah, I don't want to take the rook. If I take the rook, I lose my best piece, and don't think that's desirable. Rook g4, I go king h1. I don't think that does anything particularly harmful, and especially here because I can take king g1. I could have also taken, but this feels stronger. I don't see a threat just yet. Can promote, wait. Yeah, now it should be game over finally. That was way harder. That was way harder than expected. Or should I say way easier than expected? I don't know, considering the last game. But I'm not sure what have I done wrong. Probably maybe the whole bishop b3 plan, maybe b3. I don't know. King h7, a5. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to go for knight a4, b4 and stuff like that. b4 immediately. b4 immediately it didn't seem that clear to me, even after rook b4. Yeah, here with f5, maybe he gets more play than I originally thought. Why is this good? 95. Ah, okay. Somehow, for some reason, I only calculated it this. I miscalculated a lot of things in this game. Really a lot of things. Yeah, rook b4 is probably... Who knows what was happening there. At least in the end, I didn't blunder anything. Hello to Angelica Chessborn. Yeah, but in complicated game, my opponent played found some nice resources, so in a worse position. Hello, David Cannon. You were my opponent, right? Yeah, you played quite well and in a very interesting way with EF and F5. Even though it's typical, I thought I was better, but yeah, I miscalculated quite a lot of lines there with after E5. Anyway, surely best wishes to you in the rest during the rest of the tournament. A few more games are going on. You could make a draw. Who is playing this rolling Bach? Yeah, otherwise he would trade the rooks. Am I ready, Angelica? I mean, after round 1, hard to see how it can get any worse. By the way, guys, what do you think? What do you think about Carana's statement? Like his opinion that he's playing against two cheaters per tournament Untitled Tuesdays. Do you think it's true? Not true? Okay, draw. One game is still going on. Wait, what was this? Oh, okay, the pawns are going down. Then it's all good. Which statement? You didn't hear that? I mean, when Corona said that he thinks he's playing two cheaters per title Tuesday. Dormitron says it's not true. You think he's a bit paranoid, but there are a lot of cheaters, unfortunately. It's true. Okay, the opinions are different. On this one, it seems. Ro thinks it's possible. Okay, I have to go emotes only now because we have a new game. We're playing against an average FM, as his username says. But okay, maybe it's better to start. Maybe it's better to start the event without a win in round 1, considering last week and this week. Okay, we're playing the old main line of the Benko. I always take the pawn. I always say in the Benko, you take a pawn, you're a pawn up. And let them prove their counterplay. The queen d7 is interesting. It runs into the c5, which I usually like to play, even though it's often, like, not often, but sometimes it's not good. Still, here I somehow have a feeling it's relatively good because the queen is under attack immediately when the knight comes here. And there should be some ways of exploiting it. I don't know whether with knight c6 or queen f3 maybe. Or maybe it's some theory I'm not familiar with. Would also not be surprising. So knight c2 is a threat. I can go knight c6. Threaten here. And after e6, I have no idea what to do. If I take b4 and cb, not good. Go rook b1 or something, then I will lose this pawn. This might be theory, by the way, which I'm not familiar with. The line itself, which I'm playing against the Benko, is in itself not the best, but it's usually been bringing me good results. Okay, I'll play rook d1. And now if knight d5, then I can take on d5, and then if bishop b5, there is knight f6. And if knight d5, I think I can take with the queen. That's a blunder, isn't it? Should be. Yeah, they're supposed to listen to the stream. And had he gone rook, had he gone, what was I gonna say, rook d8 instead of 95, then 96 would have come with a tempo, so it feels like I would have achieved something. I'll go to f3 now, I think, to stop knight a3 things. And now I can go to e4. And then finish the development of my pieces. Sorry, attacking b8. I can also take here whenever I want. Now it's... I mean, it would be really strange if I messed up with a queen up. But it has been known to happen in bullet before, so it's... You can assume that it's possible in blitz too. And let's go b4 now. And my plan is just to escort this pawn down the board. I think I can go b7. Okay. Let's take another pawn. Why not? And don't blame my opponent for not resigning. There is seriously no need to resign in blitz. Everything's possible. If I've won and lost so much winning positions, that like, why not to play on? Okay, now it's really over after rook g1 and so on. Yeah, maybe it's theory. I will check it out probably. I mean, e5 is usually not considered best, but I usually play it in rapid and blitz because the Benko players are not really that familiar with the structure after e5. It's easier for them when they can play their 98, 97 rook f8 plan. Yeah, well, rook d1 was good if there was not for knight c2. And what's the point? Knight d4. And then I don't have a good square. Yeah, maybe I should change the whole line against Benko, like, just to play normal stuff. 95 was a blunder because my opponent forgot about the discovered attack. But yeah, maybe I should change maybe I should change the whole line and play the normal stuff with a4 and etc. here too. Was he listening to the stream? My opponent? Surely not, because I mentioned that 95 is bad. Okay, for now I'm on 9th place. Too bad they have not, most of them have not finished their games yet. Okay, let's watch someone who is better than me. Or we can watch someone who is the strongest here by far in the field. At least that's my personal opinion, because I've played all of them many times. I have by far the worst score against Hans. He also played 2 cheaters per title Tuesdays, usually the early one. Who is to know? I mean, my take on it is that if I would have to guess, I would assume it's somewhere between like 0.8 and 1.2 cheaters per tournament that I face. But who is to know? Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm completely right. Maybe Fabi's right. Okay. Feels like Magnus missed something in time trouble. Will I have to give up the a3 pawn? Probably not. Closer to 1.8 cheater per title Tuesday. I don't And now Magnus makes a draw, and then we play Magnus. How is that? How does that plan sound? And hello there to Shelling. How are you doing? Okay, let's see if Firouzja is still playing. No, he won. Somehow the top players are having a good day today. I didn't see any of them stumble. Some have for sure. Actually, I did see Nepo on 2.5. I cannot complain. How about you? I mean, after that first game, I can surely complain. Let's see, Jacobian is gonna win. Really? How do you win with white out of this position? Okay. No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Does Hans keep on cheating online? What do you think? I will not comment on that. I will just say if he is, chess.com will ban him eventually. If he's clean, then they won't. Okay, that draw here. Nothing to do. Lazovic losing against Dragnev. Dragnev, by the way, very underrated player in my opinion. Very strong one. How do you feel about him being able to play after the lawsuits? Let's do an interview. I mean, I'm pretty sure all the top players have done interviews and have been asked that, and people listen to them, but nobody's gonna listen to me and my thoughts, so the interview doesn't seem like. Besides, I don't really wanna attract attention or be famous or anything. I guessed it. I guessed it. He makes a draw. He makes a draw, and then I play against him. Alright, first game ever I'm playing against Carlsen on stream. Let's see how it will go. Huh. He's giving me timeouts. Maybe he's mad about the last game, who knows. There he goes. Should I also wait for 20 seconds? I guess I should. Just to make it normal. And then we're off. I will stick with the French, considering okay, h4. Let's see how the French looks like if this is included. c5. It probably is going to look similar to the main lines. But it's like I've played h6 after h4 now. So that's not the best thing after h4 to play. Okay, let's say that I invented a new line. Did I go queen a5 first? Maybe yes. Bishop d2, then rook g8. Okay, could have gone knight f5, but then there is bishop d3, which I don't want to allow. Maybe I'll have to allow it though, because there's this bishop h7 thing. Probably I have to do it anyway, though it's absolutely not what I want. It just goes there. So after c4 takes queen g3, I'll have some stuff hanging. Let's go queen a4 maybe, just so that this will be weaker in the future. It's also connected with some tactics after knight g3. I'm not sure who it favors. Probably it favors him though. Knight g3, since c4, knight f5 ef, bishop f5. There is even queen c2, but that's probably not that good. Once bishop b5, so now it's surely time for c4 now. Take. Okay, so if I take here, and then rook c here, or rook b5, maybe rook b5 is better. Yeah, this pawn is quite weak now. Queen c2, c1, queen e4. I'm burning quite a lot of time, but I'm really unsure about what to do. I'll take anyway. Because I just think that the other options are worse. Can go bishop d7 or bishop e6 now. I'm really burning too much time. Completely unsure whether this is good or not. I tried to calculate this. And I thought that I have a good position after king c6, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll try to put the king on d5. But yeah, he's the best endgame player of all time for a reason. Don't probably have much of a chance subjectively either, because the pawns are just weak. Well, that's a great move actually, because I can't stop both rook b1 and rook d1. I didn't play it well, but I have to give a credit to him. And that's mate actually there. That's a problem. I don't think I had chances there. No matter what to do. That was a poor performance by me, very poor. But okay, I didn't want to. I played h6 after h4. I could have done a more normal move. But yeah, I'm curious whether I had chances somewhere there. Maybe the whole plan is bad. Queen a4, rook b1. Here it felt like it wasn't that clear, but maybe it's just not good after knight f4. Spent half a minute there trying to find a move, and I calculated this stuff with a6. It went actually all the way the line I calculated. But yeah, rook b8 was better probably. I didn't want to allow d5 and king d4. It's surely understandable. And here it's just bad. Yeah, that was well played by him. And a disastrous start by me again. I mean, I should probably not when they play nonsense like h4, then you should probably keep on playing normally d5. But okay, I played h6. Doesn't really matter. We will keep on playing. What can you do? Because I mean the biggest problem was that I actually transposed into the normal Vinegar where h4 and h6 have been included, and that feels like then it's like I played after 7 h4 in the mainline Vinegar. If I played h6, which is definitely not a good move. And yeah, I should have been more careful there in the opening. And probably it was straightforward after that. It's not. Yeah, the centuries-old joke that Carlsen guy is a decent player, semi-decent, etc. Biggest problem was Magnus Carlsen. Also a fair point. Don't worry, against this Magnus guy you're allowed to lose from time to time. It's better than losing against CMs, that's for sure. Maybe h6 wasn't that bad. No, I mean, usually only after h5 you're supposed to play h6 to stop h6, otherwise there is no need for it. Okay, maybe I was supposed to play. Yeah, but if I play the knight to 6 line, it's bad again. Just check the analysis. Okay, now we have a 6-minute break. No, actually something is still being played. Wow. How is something still being played? Maybe I lost quite quickly. Nice to know. Good experience? Have you ever beaten Magnus in Blitz? Sure I have. I think I have a record of 2 or 3 wins, like 40 losses, no, 30 losses and several draws. Counting Bullet Blitz and Chess 960 and everything. But this was the first time I played on stream. Usually I have no chance. The best is to check analysis during the game. No. It's called cheating. And we don't do that. We fight against it every way we can. Seems that Fabi managed to avoid cheaters today. He's on 4 out of 4. And Kramnik is on 4 out of 4 too. But also we have candidate masters and FIDE masters there. Yeah, 735 players. Okay, what can you do? You have to lose. You have to lose to Carlsen sometimes. And now it's time for 7 out of 7. No matter who we play. After 2.5 out of 4. Only guy who have worse score than against Magnus is Hans. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think I have the worst with against Nima and then against Carlsen. Because against Carlsen, I at least had chances and won some games. Against Niemann, not really. Niemann is stronger when you look at my results and games against both. Like you can find them and compare them. It's not like if somebody wants to look up to my profile. Okay, now we have that break. Now let's do another puzzle rush. I don't feel like I really feel like just waiting. I forgot about the camera. Hopefully it's good now. I usually wouldn't do the puzzle rush, but I don't remember when was the last time I started with 2.5 out of 4. Not very happy with it. Wait, what's the solution here? Am I insane or what? Maybe I am, considering how I played today. I don't see the solution in half of these puzzles. Okay, never mind. I don't want to know what I was wrong there. 96 F Queen H5 was the solution. Yeah, I suppose I'm dumb. Okay. Let's see the chronometer. Sincerely hope that tomorrow during the Champions Chester I won't be blundering that much. We have 1 more minute. But still, this tournament's not over. If we score 7 out of 7, there is a chance for something. It would be the first time to score 9.5. Well, it's allowed to dream, I hope. We all daydream, don't we? Imagine better possibilities than what we have. At least I burned black on Carlsen, if nothing else. Now I should be white. Oh, wait, I'm following some... Wait, I followed some other game. And and emotes only I have to go for. Defiant Chair. My chair is not defiant. I feel like playing something unstandard, but okay, actually I won't. I'll play the boring stuff I always play. There at least I don't have to think that much. E4. Now h6 is what I like to play with black. Okay, should I play something funky or something something normal? Let's play something funky. At least we'll have fire on the board. After this, okay, 94 is still normal, but I'll go queen a4, knight to 6 long castles. Wait, don't do that. That's not a good line. Don't do this, guys. The main line goes something like this. And then they usually go here. They play on. The good thing is, if you play this in Blitz, there is a chance they won't know it. For example, if they make some move like this, then it's just quite good for you, because after bishop d7 you'll immediately be able to take this stuff. This I have never seen before. Suppose there is a good reason for it. Let's find it. EF seems logical. Is there any other move to consider? Knight d4. Then he can take and go knight d5. No, I have to take. Then see what happens. What happens next. Now I think fg7 is the right move. After check, go king b1. Then rook d8 is a threat. That's how it seems to me. We'll see if I'm right. The rook is of course also hanging. I didn't even mention it, but it's very obvious. Some bishop... Oh, I almost pre-moved that. Some bishop moves will just run into check. And yeah, rook d8 is a threat. cb2 is probably best, but I go king b1. And then rook g8, rook d8 is probably how the game's gonna continue. Even though after rook g8, I can even go knight e5 to try to improve the line. Okay, he does this first. Again, rook d8 seems like the most logical continuation. Check, take it. And there is, I mean, I don't know what he's thinking about. There's basically one move in the position. The connection is bad, so maybe that's what's bothering him. Now I also have a chance to take on b2. Before, I didn't have that opportunity, so why not? Had he changed the move order, I mean, then I wouldn't have the opportunity. Now I can go knight e5 or knight d4. Or bishop c4, which is probably the most logical. I guess I'll play that, just develop a piece and take a pawn. And now I guess I have both positional and material edge, so I should be winning. Okay, that should work. Now I take here. Do I go knight e5 or knight d4? Probably e5 is better, because then after bishop e7 I have rook d7. Yeah, I think here is stronger, and then if he takes here, for example, I can go king c1. Should still be all good. Clearly taking there was rook b8, I didn't mention that, but it's very obvious. Yeah, the only thing which I'm not supposed to do is to go king a1 because bishop c3. Even king b1 is fine. I'm pretty sure. Maybe king b1 is even better. Okay, now I give it check. Can take here if I want. Can also take here because this is a checkmate threat. Basically, I can say, chat, it's your choice. What should I play? Okay. And now let's finish this quickly and efficiently. By the way, this worked well, but don't play this line at home. And this is only when you're half tilted and you want to win quickly. Then sometimes you lose quickly. The line itself exists, but it's not too good. Queen b6 I've never seen before. That's not a good move. Only this. They have to know about this move. They have to know about this move. And then black's probably worse. Your bishop h4 and queen c7. But okay. It is what it is. Canadian one, yeah, I appreciate that. Hello to C Noski. Yeah. Okay. We have Corona and Niemann at 5 out of 5. Strong guys. Let's see Bortnik against Kramnik. I'm not sure if Bortnik, but I think Kramnik was speaking some things about Bortnik. You know about on which topic. I'm not 100% sure though. Let's see how they will play against each other now. This looks very bad after rook f4. This is a threat. Queen e2 stops it. d1's rook's hanging. Probably go here somewhere. Even though the engine gives rook f d4. With rook d8. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Where's the counterplay for black? It's totally lost, probably. f3 I wouldn't play, but I guess it's fine. Both players in seconds. That was a checkmate threat. Stopped. '95 is coming for sure. But yeah, you can't really make a threat with black, unfortunately. Do you think it's sus if a 2500 GM scores an average of 93 accuracy over the course of many titled Tuesdays? Yeah, very. I think it's very suspect. Because I can tell from my own perspective how I can sometimes fare with. I mean, usually I fare with accuracy between 85 and 86 or so on Untitled Tuesdays. I'm 2560. I wasn't 2600. I was 2600, but I'm not anymore. Okay, Chronic is suspicious about everyone. Okay, and on from one standpoint, that's very like good in a way that nobody is above. Nobody can be not checked, but like yeah. Are you talking peak rating? Yeah, yeah. If you talk peak rating, then you can name me as 2600. I liked your game against Magnus. Yeah, I guess I should respond to that with my special troll emote. Okay, but let's leave cheating Kramnik and everyone else aside, and let's focus on our games to come. Fabiano said everyone should be suspicious of everyone. I don't know about that, but I agree with him. I don't know if he said it, but I absolutely agree with him. That's why, like, if somebody reports me, go ahead, like, report me. I've never cheated in my life. Chesscon will prove it. Same as I have reported basically countless players who have played a game I found suspicious. I never said it, but they just reported it and let Chesscon come check it. And yeah. Okay, we have to go emotes only. And we're playing against my teammate from the Greek league, Georgios Kanakaris. And greetings to him. I haven't seen him since 2022, and where we played for OS Kavalas in the Greek league. I'm playing the double fianchetto here. If you remember the Croatian Championship, this is the same thing I have used against International Master Tica in round 1, where I won that game. Okay, I can play c5, but after bishop e3, I don't really want to make it try. So I'll try to play the stuff which I played there too with knight d7, e6, queen e7, just slow play it. Now he wants to go for e4, and I think I'm going to allow him to do that if he wants it. And then I'll just continue with queen e7, then maybe later either e5 or c5. a5 is also potentially to be included. This is what I play, like, not because I believe it's the best system against it, but just to keep more pieces on the board, have more winning chances. Because as we know, I had to win every single game until the end now. e5 takes, knight takes. Let's try that. Because you can imagine a scenario with 95, 95 d, take, take, where I'll have a better bishop. And of course, there is a possibility of him closing down everything, and then I'm gonna go a5, probably knight c5, even though maybe I don't need the knight on c5. Maybe I'll need it elsewhere. So let's take here first. If he takes with the pawn, then I think he's going to open things up on the wrong side of the board, because I'll get in rook f6 and rook f8 quite quickly. And okay, this stuff will always be parried with either knight f8 or knight c5. At least I think it will. Also, there are the famous, not famous, but general ideas in this structure. They play for a3, b4. You can always play a4, and after b4, you can go knight b3, knight d4. That usually only works if the bishop doesn't exist here, in this case, it doesn't exist. So now I should probably play bishop c8 to get rid of the bishop. Because my bishop is hitting a wall of pawns, the pawn on d5, and his bishop he has just activated it, so the trade should favor me. And yeah, now if I'm able, okay, he does this. Now, first of all, rook f8 seems very logical because b4 he's not in time because of takes. Goes knight h3, which he does. Now I have several options. I can go here. Then after b4, I can reroute the knight to a much better square. I could have gone a4 too with the same idea, but rook f3 seems way more natural. Knight b3. I think knight d4 is the most logical. I don't really want to take to open the a file, even though I can. And I might even do it next in a move or two. Also, an idea is, of course, queen d7 to hit the knight, but then comes back to g5, and I'm not sure if we want that. Okay, this seems very suspicious, because he's putting all the pieces on one side of the board, and his king is on another side. So I need to understand how to attack here. Is it h5, h4, or something else? The pawns I don't really care about. I might even take first. Actually, why not? Because a file is now not really that possible to exploit, I think. Then maybe h5, h4 is strong here. Considering the pieces are so far away from the defense, and my knight here is extremely strong. And h4, h3 is a huge, huge threat. I'm not sure how he's going to deal with it. Okay, this, now h4, knight g1 is probably the idea, but I go rook f7, what? Maybe that's not the idea. Maybe the idea is just to not react now and let hg3 happen. But if he lets it happen, then it will happen, and then the f file is going to be a much bigger problem than it is right now. Also, the third rank could be a problem. Like takes. You can imagine rook b3 or rook c3 coming with rook f3 and takes. Okay, he goes rook a3 for that reason, trying to eliminate a bit of pressure, but that move feels a bit suspicious. What if I go queen f6? Because now this is also a threat, as far as I can see. And of course he can't take on f3 ever. Yeah, this looks good. This looks quite good. Just the pieces are too far away. The pieces are too far away from the action. He can take on d4, I suppose, but still he can either take or maybe even there is something stronger. In any case, his position is not very promising. Also, his time management. He now has 6 seconds. For a change in one game, I was up on the clock. Now I can take, and then the free rook will hang if he takes, and if he doesn't, now I mean there are countless options. There is 92. There is Czech. Let me just see which is the most correct one, not to make some nonsense blunder now. 92 is probably the most normal because I just want to take on g3 with a check. So yeah, my opponent resigns. This was a better game. I feel like. I always play well against friends / teammates. Yeah, queen e7, bishop g5 was probably good. I was supposed to take immediately, not allow him. Take immediately, not allow him to move the bishop back to e3, but I didn't do it, and only later I took. Yeah, since then it was probably a one-sided road. Yeah, queen d7, the engine gives immediately. But I really like bringing the knight to d4. Hard to imagine I let it slip somewhere. Yeah, knight e2 is probably strongest. That was a better game. Yeah, it was a good positional game indeed. I'm rarely happy with my games, but with this one I'm happy. And now I'm on 4.5 out of 6. Out of that 7 out of 7 plan, 2 out of 2 happened. Now only 5 more. Let's see some Super GM level game. This one's gonna be fun. Rook and bishop, but the king is already in a huge problem. King f7, yeah, that's winning him on the spot. Rook h8 was mate. So Lenia loses against Corona. Corona on 6 out of 6. Bortnik, of course, Niemann. Carlsen 5.5. Duda. Alcantara, of course. Wesley So is up there. And where are we at? I wanna know. By the way, 743 players. Is this the record? This might be the record. Isn't it also suspicious if 2600s have higher or equal average accuracy, only counting decisive games, because style won't matter in that case? the top players over the course of multiple title Tuesdays? To me, it is. It's surely sus. Is that the proof of cheating? No. Is it suspicious? Yes. What can I say? It's not like I was an anti-cheat moderator some 7 years ago, but that's not my job anymore. Now I'm just a player. The last time I caught a cheater over the board was 6 years ago. Maybe I should catch some more. But yeah, it's better not to think about. It's better not to think about such things and just play the game. My opinions are quite similar to Kramnik's. I mean, everyone has a similar opinion to Kramnik. If you ask Nepo, if you ask Fabi, if you ask even Hikaru, they all have the same similar opinions. Just Kramnik has been publicly accusing people, and not publicly, like he's been saying things about people, naming someone. It's like, but okay, you know what I mean. Everyone should be examined, and everyone is examined by chess.com as far as I know. Okay. We have to go to emotes only because we have a game. We're playing against an international monster rated 3000 ton. Which one do I want to play here? Let's play bishop b4. I haven't played the Bogo in a while. Might as well do it now. I played it in the Croatian Championship, but that was a classical game. I played against Kozul. Played Bogo against Kozul there. That awful game, which I was so winning, and in the end managed to draw it, but it was enough to win the championship. Yeah, I won something similar to this game. Then I played like bishop g4. I took here later. And that video is somewhere on my YouTube. Should I now take on f3 or not? I mean, probably not. Because he can take with the e-pawn. Can imagine it being good, but let's not do it. Now after knight b8, I mean, this is the classical Bogo-Indian style. Not sure whether to take. Really unsure about that one. Okay, let's play it in a standard way with bishop d7, a5, knight a6. Typical Bogo-Indian plans. Yeah, e4, a5. This is all extremely standard stuff. I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to play knight c5 now. Or not. Takes f4, knight e8, f5, f6, knight's coming to d6, but I have way less space. b6 may be more normal, but then after f4, knight c5, I lose the opportunity. Okay, let's play a move like this. Just to see how he reacts. If f4, I'll go knight h5, I think. Hitting this and also trying to take on f4. And if takes here, then this will hang. Okay, maybe I can even include that one. Okay, b6, knight c5. Now I'll play that. Now it's a matter whether to play knight c5 first or knight h5. I intended knight h5 and then ef4. I'm not sure if it's good now when I look at it. So he'll go queen f2, knight. I'm burning too much time. Okay, let's play knight c5, but it's not what I intended. I would be happy if he takes here and then d5 happens, but he should probably take here, here, and then just push f5 and go for this. Or f5 immediately, that's also reasonable. Let's play h6 for a start. I'll try to break open with c6. And then maybe in the future, if I can get the knight to c5, it could be okay. Like maybe I could have played g5 too. I didn't really want to close the structure, then he would have his hands free to do whatever he wants on that side of the board. Can't go queen f2, there is knight d3, that's good for me. I don't know if it's good, but I'll play this. Takes king f4, there is knight d3, takes king somewhere. Maybe that's best for white. But then maybe I can go a4. Okay, he does sacrifice the exchange, which I'm really unsure about. I'll play f6. I just don't think that in this structure, with me holding everything here, he has some special compensation. I'll try to bring the king all the way here. Feels like c7 is the square for the king to protect all of these weaknesses, and then maybe I can put the rooks on e5 and okay, wherever they're needed. Okay, I'll go rook e8. If g5 take, and then I'll probably play rook e7. Can I go b5? No, not quite. Let's go here then. I only have 20 seconds. This is going to be a wild scramble. I have to defend stuff for now. Maybe I misplayed it. I don't know what the position's like, honestly. His king is also relatively weak. I got lucky there. I didn't deserve to win this one. but sometimes they lose on time too, and not only me. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this Bogo strategy. It's probably played okay until somewhere there with Queen f4. Maybe it's not needed, but I was attracted to taking the exchange. G5. Yeah, it was probably wiser to go G5 immediately. Okay, this was all good, and then in the wild time scramble, somewhere I went wrong. Yeah, with takes, I suppose, but I didn't want to allow knight b5 check. Yeah, and here it was probably well played. Here, rook g2 was a... Yeah, of course rook g2. Why didn't I play rook g2? Because of knight g4. How is it a drop? Wait. Rook h g1, king f4, rook f1. Yeah, that makes sense. Here I almost flagged, and in the end he flagged. Yeah, but I thought that he should play like this, but then rook f1. And the engine says he should play... what does the engine actually give? King h6, and king g5, and then knight g4. That's the right way, and then I can stop this. Or I can with rook f1, but then knight e3, knight f5. Yeah, anyway. I wasn't better at any point in that game, I was just very lucky. I mean, this is one of the reasons why Bogo, for example, is never played at, almost never played at the top level, because it's an opening, can end up being just suffering in a worse position. Yeah, I was an anti-cheat moderator at like 17, 18 years old. Started even younger. It was part-time. It was not for chess.com, it was for chess24. Okay, wait. We have a new game, finally with white. Wait, am I insane or was I... No, I was only twice in a row black. Okay. I thought that I was 3 times in a row black before this one. Okay, let's play a Catalan against Bogdan. Let's play the a4 line here. It's not the most popular, but it surely has some interesting points to it. Rook b8, a5. And now I think this move, and I've played this in one Untitled Tuesday game already, some 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's surely in the database. This is a new and interesting move to play. This rook a4. Point is, if this, then you can go knight e5, then it's very bad. Bishop d7, and now the problem is that I don't remember the line that well. And I should. Is it knight e5? Knight e5, knight e5, rook b4, knight c6. How did it go? That's the problem when you can't really prepare for this tournament, then you forget lines. Okay, let's say it's this. Takes, knight c6 back, and then maybe rook a4 back, even. Or rook c4, knight a5, rook c5, knight c6, and then you try to claim that you have some nice perspective there. Or maybe wait, knight c5 d happens there, because if takes, there is queen a4 check. Yeah, maybe I don't remember bishop d7 because it's not a great move. If this doesn't work, then take 6, knight d5, take. Yeah, that's also good. So maybe knight e5 doesn't work, but if knight e5 doesn't work, then that will surely be better. He has to go back with the bishop to one of these 2 squares. Then I can take here twice and take c4. Or even take c4 immediately. I don't know which one is better. He's, yeah, considering he's a super GM who's spending quite a lot of time always. So if I take... Okay, wait, let's think. Bishop c6, bishop c6. Knight c4 is now gonna knight c4 immediately. Knight d4. Then I have rook b4, I think. So maybe just knight c4 and rook a1 back. But if I take here, then he can't take with the queen, but he can take with the knight. Take bishop c6, bc, queen c2. I kind of like that, not gonna lie. But it opens his rook to crossroads. And big crossroads here. When he take... Oh, I completely forgot he can take with the queen, and then this bishop is defended. This is not good now. I forgot about that. I was not supposed to play this. How do I salvage something out of it? I probably have to take to force BC. And then try to hope that this is weak. Yeah, I didn't play this. Somewhere I misplayed it. I don't know where, but somewhere. But this line is interesting for you also, guys. So you can try it at home. Not like the Vienna thing, which you've seen several games ago. Still, the game's not over. We keep on playing. I think I have to take... They have to take here too, trying to do knight c4. No, I just blundered. I blundered away the game with this. But that was a great find. That was a great find. I didn't see it at all. That's why I'm not super GM and they are. All that's left is the slim possibility of him blundering away the game, which is almost surely not happening. I'm trying for something, create the past a pawn. This could have been a mouse slip, if you ask me, because knight d5 was more logical. Maybe it wasn't, maybe. But, okay, now I can go a7 next. No, it doesn't seem that clear. It's still lost. Don't get me wrong, it's still lost. But at least it's not as lost as it was. Can I go here? Takes. No, I can't really do it. Wait, why didn't I take? I was supposed to take. Let's try to go rook d3. I somehow won without a piece. I don't know what's going on there. So undeserved that it's hard to imagine. Yeah, this was really undeserved. Should apologize to my opponent next time I see him for this. This was not a deserved win. Seriously, what's the line here? Bishop g5? This takes e3. Gonna have to check the course where I found this. Yeah, bishop c6 is wrong. Completely. I mean, I wouldn't go for knight d7 had I seen queen d7. Okay. And here, this was an amazing find. Rook d8. I didn't understand it at all. And this was probably a mouse slip. Knight d5 was more logical because then I can't go a6 because of knight b6. Probably that's what's helped me. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't take. And rook a3, rook d3, this is why I spotted very nicely. Somehow it was logical. I had to go to the d file and then I can't go rook d1, but I can go rook a3, rook d3. Yeah, I can't believe I won this game. That was so undeserved. Yeah, nice game. What nice game. Nice game from my opponent. What was the process through which I was hired as anti-cheat? Where is Schelling? He was the boss then. I think Schelling was the boss there. He will explain it. He remembers it surely better than I do. Maybe he's not in the chat anymore. It was earned. It could have gone the other way. It should have gone the other way. Same as last game. Okay, last game was like the last two games I was so lucky. I didn't play well. Who is Schelling? Schelling is Schelling for 92. International Master. Who is sometimes here in the chat with us. He was the boss at that point. They found out. No, that's like, what's the point of writing these comments? That's not true. I've never cheated in anything in my life. Come on. Because if people actually believe such comments, then it's hurting my reputation or something. Think the emote means she's joking? Yeah, fair enough, but like it's not something you want. I mean, I don't really care because I've never cheated in my life. But if someone actually believes that comment, that can ruin a person's reputation. Same as, for example, if Kramnik accuses someone of cheating, why I say that his like idea is, and he's fighting for a good cause because he's fighting against cheating, but he's doing it in a bad way because he can ruin someone's reputation with such messages if he's wrong. Did they hire me because I was good at math? No, not really. Because I was a decent chess player and I knew compare how to compare who was like at that point engines were relatively weaker than today, so it was actually I'm not sure if that's what made the difference, but if that's what made the difference, but I knew you just understand when somebody is playing on human moves. Some people simply most chess players understand it. They simply understand it that something's off. And if you report, I think I reported quite a lot of players who actually cheated there, and then they asked me if I would be willing. It was if I would be willing to work part time. I think that I think that um, I don't remember it that well, but I think it was the case. Okay, we're on 20th place. If you remember, after 2.5 out of 4, after the horrible start, I've said that we need 7 out of 7. We made 4 out of 4. Only 3 more, and that's it. Marco Watch, do you remember playing a simile in a church last summer? Sure, I remember. I think I played against you too there. Or did I? Yeah, that score against Carlsen, which I have on this account, is not something great. But I really don't remember anyone like not anyone that on any title Tuesday I have been this lucky. I won the last 2 games, which I was dead lost. I was dead lost in both. I did and you lost, but okay, it's that was like the first GM you played against. You can keep on improving, and next time hopefully you'll win. By the way, Makarian is at 2600 FIDE IM, so clearly strong GM strength. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if he's 2600, but last time I've seen he was 2560, but maybe he is 2600 too. But he's a very strong player. Um, and Deac, he's of course or Deac, he's of course 2700 super GM. But yeah, sometimes it has to go my favor. All of the lost positions, all of the winning positions I've lost throughout the years are coming back to payment. Okay, only 3 out of 3 is left to make. Is that a super prodigy or just a prodigy? Where is Mircea the best? He was the Romanian number 1 for some time, I think. He knows better. I mean, I think he's amazingly strong. Maybe he just has some things to deal with coming time trouble, because I feel like time trouble hurts him in some of the games. But his play is very strong. I don't know how long the break will last. We'll see. By the way, where is Hikaru? I haven't seen him in some time. Is he behind me? Hard to believe. But he is. He's on 6 out of 8. And with 750 players, it's highly unlikely he can get anything with 9 out of 11. Yeah, the title Tuesdays have just become this year after this title cup introduction. They just became very like maybe chess.com should consider improving, like not improving, but putting more rounds. Maybe you should put 14 or 15 rounds on Title Tuesday, considering the amount of players. Okay, it's lower on the late Title Tuesday, but still, it's a huge amount of players for just 11 rounds. Who's the most talented of the young super prodigies? Alireza and Arjun included. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. You're all extremely talented. Possibly Gulkash. And maybe remove increment. If they remove increment, then I'm then I'm quitting. If they remove increment, then I'm quitting for sure. We'll see. Like tomorrow's champions, Chester is going to be very interesting to watch for sure. But there is only GMs that are allowed to play there in the play-ins, so it won't be that many players, and it will be 10+2 with increment. Untitled Tuesdays, who cares about? Gukesh is more talented than Alireza. Alireza started chess very late, but still became so strong. I mean, I don't know. How am I supposed to know who is more talented? I don't know. I don't think about it. They're all great players. Can surely learn a lot from all of them. Like, how do you expect me to compare who is talented? Who is more talented? I don't know anything about them. I don't know who started at what age. I don't know who started at what age or who worked more. I don't know anything about them. Anyway, we are playing against Minh. Wonderful time. Who has been always up there on Title Tuesdays. Very strong player. Recently, he has been playing only the Slav and only the London with white for huge amount of years, and recently he has started playing more different openings. So I'm pretty sure that's going to help him. In the future in classical games to become 2600, 2650. Because surely he has potential considering his online results. Okay, h3 I'm playing to stop bishop g4, so this bishop will have to stay passive. So they usually pair it with this stuff. We'll see if Minh will decide to do the same or not. And I don't want to go for funky stuff with queen c2 and long castles. I will just play for short castles, and then probably rook c1, or I don't know if knight e5 I should play. c5, f4, knight c6, and the game goes on. But okay, let's say I don't do it. Let's say I play rook c1, c5, or knight b7 first. Let's say I play some. I don't know if queen e2 though. But let's say I play queen e2, c5, b3 to stop c4, and then rook fd1, queen b2, and just play all the standard stuff they play against the hanging pawns. I think I can play rook d1 first. There shouldn't be a way to exploit this stuff. So now let's go queen b2. In the future, I will surely take this. Maybe I'll prepare it with a3, then after it takes I can go immediately b4, for example. I kind of like that. If he plays a5 to stop it, then this square is going to be mine for the taking. Can also take with the knight after this. Let's just see what's going to happen here. Bishop f1 would also be a good prophylactic move. Okay, he goes for this. I intended b4, but there is this which could be quite good actually. d4 with f3 being a problem. So how do I parry that? Do I go bishop e2, d4, et? I mean, I'm not sure if it's good. Let's try it. It's a very ambitious approach, but I have to win the game. I have to win every single game ever since round 4 if I want to be concurrent for prizes. So yeah, d4 I think I can take, and then bishop f3, and this stuff I can take with the knight. And I don't see that he can do anything about that to hurt me, and otherwise I'll play b4, I think. Okay, that's why he goes a5. Stop it. It's an annoying move to deal with. Let's go knight a4. Maybe I'll be able to attack this pawn in the future, but he immediately responds with this, which is of course logical. I can go bishop b5 now. That was partly my plan. No, wait, now I can take. Now there's knight b6, no? At least there should be. Okay, this could be very very good if he doesn't have a good reply, and I don't see it. Okay, I have to take. Queen e5 looks logical. Let's go there to immediately put pressure on the pawn. 92 or what? I mean, this knight is strong. I want to get rid of it. Should play some knight d6 probably, but then I can at least go queen c3 or maybe even rook c5. Let's go here, attack all the pawns. Looks logical. Yeah, I don't see counterplay for him. This one can I take? Take d3 f3 and then knight e4. And then problems. Should have thought about this move for a little while longer. Okay. The past is in the past. I have to continue. Take. Knight d5. Okay, wait, this doesn't seem right. No, he pinned himself, but I can't really exploit it immediately. Let's go here. Now I'm threatening d4 and queen c5. And with this knight here, it's very unlikely that he can pose many threats. To go e4, no, there's knight f4. b4 maybe. Okay, b4 might be good, but I want to bring the queen back closer to the defense first. Okay, queen f2. Now he'll try to play for time, I think, because the position is lost. And I also need to speed up for that reason. Hopefully I won't blunder something stupid. I'm supposed to go queen e5 and knight e4. And not this. Okay, I'll do it now. There was knight f3, knight g5 too. Maybe it was stronger. And this was not passed. Now he can take and take a3. And even though I should still be winning, it's not as clear as it once was. Maybe that last move was bad by him. I hope so, at least. Can take c3, right? Why did I do that? Now I blundered the full pawn. I probably had 20 wins there. I didn't see either one. No, that was a mouse slip. Yeah, okay. I mean, whatever. That was so winning for me for the whole game, and then I didn't deserve to win the last two. This was even worse. This was even more winning than what I had against Deac. It's unbelievable that you can actually lose such a position. Like, how many wins did I miss there later on? Not many, though. And then, of course, Queen before was a stupid mouse slip. I mouse slipped so many times there. But yeah, here I can't even defend it. Well, all good things come to an end, at least when it's my life. And yeah. I should probably end the tournament, but I won't do it. That was really, really disappointing. But I mean, I shouldn't complain considering that I won two dead lost positions before. But still. This one I really deserve to win. Yeah, I won three times. Three times prizes. Time factor hard to convert. Yeah, but I mean, I was so winning. And it's hard to even say something about it. But so was the game that closed against me. What are the playing style? I don't know, and I currently don't care at all. Sorry about that. I just want this thing to end, and then I go do some workouts. But it won't be easy for me to end, as we see. You lose a winning position, then you're supposed to play. Supposed to get a soft pairing or something, and then you get paired against Alexander Grischuk, who's one of my hardest opponents to deal with, like super GMs. I don't like playing against him at all. Okay, let's go knight b7. The knight c6 line I won't play. I won't play here, that I'm saving for classical games. How did I manage to lose that position? It's really, really upsetting. This is basically a line where you say I'm going to close everything and I want to play a game for like 100 more moves and play on this side of the board. Usually the follow-up is this. So I suppose now I'll also do it. With knight g8 and either bishop h6 or f5. Here maybe f5 is preferable. Because bishop h6 he intends to of course go... he of course intends to go f4. So now it takes, he'll probably take, and then if I take with the pawn, then he'll play f4. And then I play knight gf6. Trying to go knight g4, f5, knight e5, knight f4, knight g4. I don't really know what's happening there, but you have to play something. This is probably smarter by him not to take. I thought that maybe at least taking a knight g4 now. If he does this. But this is of course a very risky, these things are very risky to play, especially against super GMs, and yeah, I don't really advise it to anyone to play like this. e4, there's bishop g4, that's no good. How can I improve the position? He will go h3 next move, and then problems. Okay, I mean I have to place. Why did I play that? That was a stupid move. Now there is takes and f5. Now I'm dead lost. Probably that last game affected me too much. Knight b5 also exists. I don't know if that's worse. If that's better or worse. Can go queen h5 at least. Takes. Queen takes. Yeah, not. Just a bad position no matter what. Now he will put the knight here. I can hope that I'm not lost somehow, but objectively I'm dead lost. Even h3 with queen f5 is winning. This is of course way more in his positional style. And probably better objectively. I mean, this is hanging, objectively dead lost. He should probably take, but then at least I get t4 in. And... yeah, I mean, I should not have played the King's Indian against him. Also a very tough tournament. Very tough tournament. He played so many of these strong players. This is such a horrible position. Unbelievably bad. But if it takes, at least he'll go d5. So maybe he should play f5. Or maybe he saw something I didn't. I can resign here with a clear conscience, by the way, but I'm not gonna do it yet. This is a tournament where winning positions get lost and losing positions are won somehow. Rook f6, very nice move. Let's try to push. Of course, it's like hoping for miracles, but miracles already happened this tournament, both in a good and a bad way. Oh wait, I can't do that. That's a problem. I didn't see I can't do that. I really got crushed this game. Okay, well played, Sasha. I didn't deserve more. Anyway. He's one of the hardest players for me to play against out of top GMs. His enormous positional chess understanding is what usually hurts me quite a lot. And if you go e4, then you're strategically suffering for the next 15 moves, even though the engine just gives a small edge here. If you put it longer, it would give way bigger advantage, I'm quite sure. And yeah, then later it's just one-way street, I think. Even though after d5 it didn't feel that clean, but yeah, b4. I immediately rook e7. I saw it, but somehow I didn't see bishop h6. That was the main problem. Yeah, no chances later on anyway. Hans got 100% accuracy against Magnus. And what happened there? That was a Berlin draw or what? No, that was some. I'm pretty sure Carlsen doesn't really feel like playing against him. No, Sasha is. He has a huge positional understanding of chess. One of the best. And I think without his constant time trouble problems, he could have fought for the world champion title in the past years. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this event. That game against Wonderful Time was what hurt me really. But then 2 games before that, I was so lost and I won both. Very strange event and so. Is he positionally better than Magnus? They're somewhere on the same level, I think. But in end games, Carlsen's better. Yeah, sorry chat. I was unable to do some miracle. Oh, I'm taking bets. Draw or white win? My money is on draw. Okay. Let's see if at least the last round I can be. Yeah, I can be the high rated player. Ingo, you can do it. Surely you can. Okay, considering now there is no real chance for anything, we can play some funkier stuff, something you don't really see from me. Something very sharp. Or the King's Indian attack or d4. Let's go d4, who cares? See what my Polish opponent does. Okay, knight c3. Will he go for the Taimanov? Yeah, he will. Queen d3 I've played quite a lot. Before. Let's play this one. This line also exists. How can candidate master not checkmate there? I didn't see that message before. Yeah, here in this line, you play queen e2, bishop d2, then you long castle, and then try to push on here later on, and they go usually here, knight e7. I think b4 is not good due to knight d5. I might be wrong, but I think that's the case at least. Then even after some a5, there is probably bishop b5 with some problems. Or maybe I mixed the line. It's also possible because I'm not an expert in these Sicilians. If I go 93, is he going to take now? ed5, rook he1, ed5, ed5, 97. Yeah, he will. So I have to go back. And now it would be nice if my knight could come here, but I'm sacrificing a pawn in the process. I still think I played the good lines, so that this is good for me, and I just need to understand how to punish it, but still not 100%. Like queen f4, if I go knight f5, then there is queen e5, and I don't see a good continuation. So probably knight c4 is better, but then he goes some queen c7, and then maybe e5, knight e7, and who knows what's going on. There's also another plan to play rook f1, and then try to immediately do something here on f7. I mean, we will see, but I have a better development. So I shouldn't complain. Okay, let's think about it a bit more now. There's knight c4, queen c7, queen g4. Queen c7 is of course not the only square. You can go to f6 or somewhere else. Rook f1. Don't really know what is better. I have to make a move, so let's make a move. Queen g4, and then I'll try to go for knight c4 and bishop f4. I'm expecting g6. I mean, other moves are possible. Bishop d4, but again, go knight c4 again. Long castles I really didn't believe in. Here. I mean, this looks logical, bishop f4. Maybe it's wrong, maybe d6 only helps him. Queen g3, some long castles exists. No, but wait, d6 I can take. Just dumb. Could have taken d6 twice and then bishop b5 check, so that's why he didn't do it. Now I can go knight a5, but it doesn't look that great. Bishop b5, or I can go knight a5 and take on f7. Okay, let's go for instinct. Now it's not even an instinct, because I immediately have bishop there. Or maybe this was all brilliancy by my opponent, because he will have rook f4 and bishop e3. Also possible. I have no clue what was going on there. Maybe knight d7 was possible instead, but I was probably supposed to go king b1 way earlier than what I did. I didn't have to take, but I did. Probably knight c4 now to kick the queen, and then queen g3 control this. Why we don't really want to play. Let's go here. I didn't know whether I'm supposed to take or not, because had I taken first after queen g3 there was no d6, but I decided to let him play it if he wants. d6, rook f7, queen g1. Okay, let's not do any weird things. Let's keep it simple. The rook was hanging. Why did I allow this? What's so bad? Now it's a draw. Okay. The game didn't matter in the end anyway. I'm sorry for how I performed in this event. Could and should have gone way better, but yeah. Also, the low starting rating, like less than 2850, gave me a very tough position. Yeah, knight d7, that was better. I didn't see in the start that I have this bishop d7 move, and after that it's like it would be a one-way street. Now it's not that clear at all, and I'm surely still better. So what have I done wrong? It was actually a very good game until a point. 93 was very dumb, but rook d3 is a try immediately. Because I saw that I can't really play bishop queen b4 because bishop d3, and then I took on e6, and then it's a draw. Okay. I have no idea who would win. Anyway, let's radio to someone and end this event. Just how to find someone to radio to. Yeah, see you in a few hours for the late title Tuesday, maybe. And maybe not if you have other plans. Anyway, have a good day and bye bye.